It's so rich and creamy. This is how to make Santouka's Shio Tonkotsu Ramen at home. Santoka is one of the most renowned Hokkaido-based ramen restaurants with many locations even outside Japan, and its iconic rich and creamy Shio Tonkotsu Ramen fascinates the taste buds around the world. This video is dedicated to home ramen chefs who don't have easy access to Santoka but want to find out what their ramen tastes like, or those who want to elevate their tonkotsu ramen recipe. It's probably not the exact recipe Santoka uses, they're never gonna reveal it anyway, but after lots of research and through my experience, I'm confident this is the closest you can get at home. Along the way, I'm gonna share some interesting ingredients and important techniques with you, so be sure to check them out. Alright, let's get into it. First up, the broth. To make Santoka's rich tonkotsu broth, I'm going to mix 3 different kinds of broth: fish broth, veggie broth, and tonkotsu broth. And let me start with the fish broth. This is already going to be very interesting. We're gonna need dried kombu, dried shiitake mushrooms, dried horse mackerel, dried snappers, and dried cod. You can substitute the niboshi for the snappers and horse mackerels. We're gonna put all the dry ingredients in the pot and pour 1 liter of water. Soak them overnight in the fridge to rehydrate. So the dried cod, we're gonna take the skin off and pull into smaller pieces. Alright, let me talk about the cod. This is not an ingredient we normally use for ramen broth. It's a traditional preserved food in Hokkaido. But at Santoka, they use it to add rich and profound umami and a pleasant seafood sweetness, and it works really well. Look for it at the Japanese grocer or a Korean one, because in South Korea they sometimes use dried cod to make some soup. If you live in the US, seems it's available on this website as well. But be careful not to buy the ones sweetened with sugar or mirin. That's not for cooking but snacking really. Alright, it's been overnight, so let's start heating and extracting umami. Start heating over medium heat, and once it begins to simmer, turn down to the lowest heat. Then continue heating for about half an hour. After 30 minutes, turn the heat off, put a cover on and leave it to cool down. Now the vegetable broth. Here's what we need: 1 medium onion, 2 garlic cloves, 2 waxy potatoes, and some tinned sweet corn. We're gonna wash and roughly chop the potatoes and onion and crush the garlic. Make sure to leave the skin on, it's got loads of umami as well. One of the distinctive features of Santoka's tonkotsu broth, I would say, is its pleasant sweetness. And that mainly comes from the veggies. Interestingly, to achieve the sweetness, they seem to be using corn. To extract as much sweetness as possible, I lightly blended it into paste. Now chuck all the vegetables in the pot. Add 1 liter of water and simmer for an hour. By the way, I really like the fact that they use vegetables Hokkaido is famous for. Together with the dried cod, this recipe really makes it a Hokkaido ramen. Alright, that's done. Turn off the heat and leave it to cool down. We're gonna rest both the fish broth and the veggie broth for 8 hours in the fridge. In the meantime, we're gonna prepare tonkotsu paitan broth. Santoka officially states they only use genkotsu, which are knuckle bones, and I've got 2 kilos of that. Firstly, we're gonna remove the blood in the bones. This helps tone down the funk of tonkotsu. To make Santouka-style mild tonkotsu broth is a crucial process. Add some ice cubes and plenty of water in the pot with the bones, and leave it for 2 hours. Well, I recommend doing this while you're making the other 2 broths. After 2 hours it will look like this, so drain the water. We're gonna put the genkotsu back into the pot and add plenty of water again. So what we're gonna do from now is to boil the bones for about 10 minutes and remove the scum. Now start heating over full whack. After 10 minutes you'll see impurities like this, so get off the heat and drain. Now give them a nice rinse to remove the scum on the surface. Put them again into the pot that's washed and cleaned, and add plenty of water again. I'm gonna make about 3 liters of tonkotsu broth this time, so remember to check how high the water level goes with 3 liters of water. Now start heating over the highest heat. Once it comes to a boil, turn down to medium or medium-high. As long as the water surface is rapidly moving, it's fine. Whenever it's reduced, add boiling water. Move around the bones once in a while to promote emulsification. Santoka officially states that they boil genkotsu for 12 hours, so that's what I did this time. It's a pretty long way to go, but at the same time, it's great to know how much passion they put into their broth. Alright, it's been 12 hours and the broth is ready for the next step. Look at this beautifully emulsified tonkotsu broth. Now these are the final steps for the broth making. First, strain the fish broth. So my target was to have 500 ml of that. That looks good. If you have less, you can adjust by adding water. Now transfer that into a pot. Now we're gonna strain the veggie broth as well and check them out. By the way, you can use the vegetables for the vegetable soup or something, so don't throw them away. 580, that's excellent. I've removed the bones from the tonkotsu broth, and to that add the fish broth and the veggie broth as well. In total, I've got about 4 liters of Santouka-Style Tonkotsu broth. That's for about 10 bowls of ramen. Now, one really important thing to bear in mind, never boil the broth again upon reheating, because that will cause a significant flavor loss according to Santoka. And that was how to prepare Santouka-Style Tonkotsu broth. Alright, the next thing I'd like to show you is the shio tare. The prep for shio tare is actually pretty simple.